Welcome back, everyone. So the next session or the next topic that we would be discussing on the startups post COVID. So let me start sharing my screen. Yeah, here you go. I hope it is visible. Is it visible? One of you, can you please confirm me?
Yeah,
Uh,
I can see the first slide, I think.
All right. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, let's
Great.
get started. So, the next thing that we would be discussing on is startup post COVID. Okay, so we would be discussing more on, what is that the entrepreneur got to really do post the COVID situation. I think this COVID has made us to learn a lot of things. It might be about the values or priorities that has to be in life. And yes, COVID was also a great time duration that was that every individual got an opportunity to think about doing something different. Many of the people who are employees turned out to be entrepreneurs, wanted to be independent because of many reasons, because this COVID-19 has still we are not out of it, because the second wave is started in most of the metropolitan cities in India, cosmopolitan cities in India. Right? You would have seen the situation in Mumbai. It is becoming worse day by day, and it is the same in Bangalore as well. So we see the number of COVID patients increasing day by day in thousands and hundreds. Even in Kerala, situation is not so great, right? So yeah, I mean, the entirely different perspective, I must say, it has given to entrepreneurs, that they have to really be prepared for something of this kind, which was never expected. And at least from the time since I've born, I've not seen something like this, right? It was a nightmare for many of us, because we didn't expect something like this. But you have to sail through all this. Uh, you can always, I mean, depends upon an entrepreneur that he could also make this take this particular situation as an opportunity and create wonders. We do have a lot of examples which people have made money like anything. The classic example that I want to give is about Byju's, which actually the virtual learning, thanks to COVID, that as a teacher, as a lecturer, or as a professor, I would have not understood that I could even teach people like this, sitting at my home and delivering a lecture or training people. It is all because, yes, it was there earlier, but not so popular as it is right now. It was something where I could also engage my students during the COVID-19, which was a great experience for me as well. Virtual delivery has taught us so many things. Yes, the e-learning platforms, basically, to name Udemy or Upgrad or Swayam for that matter, which is a great initiative taken by MHRD of India, our education ministry. And we do have Coursera for that matter, or Byju's for that matter. It's really doing well, and definitely conquering almost most of the small players in the same industry. White Hat Junior was taken over by them recently. Really doing well. The job market also, they are offering a lot of opportunities for the aspirants, especially in the field of management and technical side as well. There's a lot of openings that you could see in the company because of the growing market. There's a lot of demand that has been created because of this COVID-19. Parents were really worried on how could they keep their children engaged during the same, which was Byju's was the option through which they could make the learning happen. Yes, there are teams which we are doing right now, which again was a great opportunity for them to explore to the colleges and schools. And we have Zoom. Yeah, the Zoom itself, which did not expect that there would be a lot of demand created because of COVID. There were so many other technical interfaces or application softwares which got invented. It can be GeoMeet or couple of them, I mean, I'm unable to recognize. There are so many people who have come up with the virtual platforms to have learning, or the most important thing is to conduct meetings, or to have something like this, the trainings sessions like this. All this could happen because of one creative and an invention people could think about, right? So what happens after post COVID? What is that really the entrepreneurs got to really think about, or what is that they got to really do post the COVID when things normalizes, right? So, the most crucial characteristic of an entrepreneur is to take risk. Obviously, as I said, it is an enterprise, or you take a decision to be an entrepreneur. Yes, you should be able to take up the risk. Now, it depends upon an entrepreneur to what extent he is willing to take risk. Is it bearable? Is it beyond his limits, or is it something he wants to play safe? It up to every entrepreneur on what he does, he thinks. But risk is by default, it is little more or beyond. It is always associated with entrepreneurship, right? So in this pandemic, many startups have halted or stopped their operations, and um, wanted to think differently, or take this as an opportunity to make the best out of the situation that is right now. Okay, you might mention that many of the laborers, or the, what you call them as, the people from different places who had worked in the metropolitan cities had to lose their jobs, and they had to go back to their natives, which was quite very difficult for them. But still, there are much more bunch of people who were ready to have this purchases. There was a lot of needs to satisfy the basic needs, because no one could go out of the house. How things would have worked out. So I have a couple of examples for you. Since everyone were at home, there was a lot of need for entertainment, right? So there was one such organization, that is Book My Show, took this as an opportunity to support online events and help the artists to sell the tickets online for the entertainment shows that they have. You could see something on Z Z Group, or Z Entertainment has taken an initiative to sell the tickets for the newly released movies, as they used to release it in the physical theaters. You can book Cine Plus or Z Plus or something. I'm not really sure. I'm sorry, I'm unable to see multiplex, I think, right? So this was a great and a tremendous thought by the entertainment channel, which came ahead and gave a platform for the movies which were about to release in that time, but unable could not release it because of the unfortunate things that the lockdowns happened. So they did not wait, they did not stop, they launched, or they released it online or using Z Multiplex, where you have to purchase a ticket, and it's the same way, just that you will not be sitting in the theater, rather you will be sitting at home and watching the movie, right? So it's a tremendous idea. I mean, nothing can be stopped, is what I just wanted to tell you. It is only the way you perceive and think, and how creative can you be in offering your services matter. Right? So we do also have Swiggy and Zomato, which added on groceries to their list of services they deliver to their customers, which became very handy, and people need not to go out. Rather, it was to your doorsteps. We could also see till date we have no contact delivery. Your orders that you have placed an order for would be left out in the near your doorstep, or wherever you are willing, like you can ask them to drop it there. After some time you can just go collect it and put it in your house. So the essentials were also delivered through the platforms like Swiggy and Zomato. For again, are they preparing the food? No, rather it's a medium to just have a connect between the customer and the supplier who actually produces and gives to the customer. It's a great idea. Definitely, yes. Likewise, we do have a couple of other examples which I will be detailing in detail discussing with you in the next session, right? Okay, an entrepreneur is an ideas person always looking for a new, unique solution. Definitely is. I have just put this to make you understand that this is an ideal for this presentation, because an entrepreneur is the one who have a lot of ideas, but not every idea would work. Always looking for a new, opportunity or a way to explore things that can benefit him or maximize his profit. So there would be always a unique solution on how do you go get the customer needs and wants, right? One of the ways to get out of a tight box is to invent your way out, right? Your way out is, yeah, there's a critical situation. Did life stop? Definitely not. It halted for some time, but everything, people got a different perspective. To mention or give an example, many of the organizations, basically IT organizations, have given permanent work from homes because they understood how cost effective the work from home is for their organizations. However, the pros and cons are always there for every decision that they take, but because of which, yeah, there's a lot of cost that they could save. But what about the organizations which used to give workspaces? For example, if I'll have to mention a work space company that provides working space for multi brands or multi organization, we have something called as CoWorks in Bangalore, which gives an opportunity for rent, taking on a cubicle rent. Right, you have a floor and you have a lot of cubicles. You can, if you have only few number of people operating from that particular locality, instead of setting up the entire office, you can go to Coworks and hire rent a cubicle, right? Take a cubicle on a rent and ask your person who is operating from Bangalore to be seated in Coworks. Likewise, you can have multiple organizations working under one roof. That is the idea behind that, which was a greater hit couple of I mean, before a pandemic, I must say this. I mean, because of looking at that particular startup, people started taking the big buildings for hire to rent, and then they created the workspace for different organizations. But what about this in a pandemic? When people are not ready to work in groups, how do you sell them further? Okay, when I say saving the cost for an IT company, it is again a greater loss for some other companies, or especially the retail, the when you talk about the real estate, you can see a lot of fall down these days because there is no greater purchase, or people are not coming ahead to purchase the apartments or land for that matter. You can see a dip in the sales for many people till the economy stabilizes, right? So now, how do you do it? I mean, for everything that you can just think about is to have an innovative idea or a creative thinking that'll help you to figure out what is that you could offer them differently that satisfy the needs and wants of the customer. Oyo rooms, for that matter, which was really doing well a couple of days back, is not really great now. The company is not really doing well. The biggest startup that we had in Bangalore is the two-wheeler startup. Bounce was one of the startups that had started in Bangalore, which was initially doing well but struggling to stabilize itself. But see a greater downfall now because of Corona. The metropolitan cities like Bangalore, Mumbai, such cities have huge population, and again, there are so many services that could be really beneficial to the customers, right? So you got to think really different and creative and innovative, having a lot of ideas that will help you to figure out what could be the way out that I can think of to deliver my customers and tell them this is very safe and good, not harmful to you, and can reach to the success, right? So what is that matters to the customers is creating things that they are in need of is what matters than anything. So that's how entrepreneurs think or should be thinking, that they're always in search of ideas. They should be capable enough to provide powerful solution towards the customers or the target audience, you have to create a solution, or you have to come up with the solution and make the customers understand that their problems can be resolved or their needs can be resolved through the set of services or products that you are offering. But what matters really to an entrepreneur is to understand what exactly your customers are in need of. So creating what matters to their customers is something that you got to really think about or think upon the delivery when you talk about the post COVID-19 situation in India. So, what are the few examples that I can discuss with you people uh, during the lockdown? Or I mean, across the world, is that people there was a lot of panic buying. What is panic buying? That people were thinking that this would be a situation maybe for a longer period of time, and it's always better to. I mean, we Indians basically are. Thinking far ahead and save things much more beforehand, so we don't have a policy unless like Western countries of spending everything, and we don't have no savings. We are not of that kind. We really think about the future. We save it for the future as well, right? So because of which the Western countries also had to face a lot of problems because they don't really had any savings. Many of the people in the Western countries are something, they don't save. They don't have a concept like this. In India it's not like that. We save it for future, whatever it is, from lower class to the upper rich class. To that extent, whatever they could, they will definitely have a little bit of savings for the future. To anything of this kind comes up or arises, can be easily handled, right? We believe in that. So the same thing happened even with the grocery purchase also. There was a lot of panic buying that happened. So the numerous startup, what did they do? They could recognize that there was a lot of need for online services, which they diversified in terms of delivering the food items to the doorsteps of the customers. The list includes like what are the startups that delivered the services to the doorsteps of the customers. We have Flipkart, Yatra, Snapdeal, and Club Factory. Yeah, you could also see this Amazon sales increase to a greater extent in COVID-19, as well as Mintra for that matter, or Flipkart for that matter, also were able to see something. Meesho is something which is a recent, popular website where people through it all depends upon it all is between the housewives that is there in India. You download an app and you can sell the products by having your own network, getting it from Meesho to a lesser price if you're purchasing it to in a bulk, and sell it to a different price to the set of customers that you have. Okay, now we don't need really have to go to the distributor and purchase. Rather, you have Meesho where all the distributors are available. You have to just place an order, take the order, and then give it to your customer. So this is how another recent startup which is quite very popular, that is Meesho. And yeah, which is a social commerce platform. And yeah, I'm really very much wanting to share this example, that is CureFit, that is CultFit. I hope you know who is this CureFit, who owns it. Any of you? Any of you? CultFit. It's by none other than the Hrithik Roshan, who is the Bollywood star who owns the chain of fitness startup that has been started. Now, you might ask me what is great about CultFit. I'm really impressed by the way they have operated during Corona. They wanted to not lose out their customers. In fact, they wanted to hold them back. To be there with them, to by offering free services for them. They recorded the dance or the fitness activities, and streamed live as well with services. So this was a great opportunity for them to see the entire fitness services in a different manner. Yes, do they have several diversified services they give in CureFit or CultFit? One is definitely fitness, the other one is health, and they also have a food service that they provide with a lesser calorie meal that you can place an order not only directly on the website, also on Swiggy and Zomato. Something which is interesting, they have thought about. I really admire their concept, right? So it's not that many of the people you could see in lockdown, it was a saga. You could see people preparing different dishes and posting on their social media saying that, they're having a gala time. And it was all about me and family time that you could see during the pandemic in most of the towns where there was a lockdown, right? So I mean, it was quite very obvious for people to put on more weight, and there were very few people who really worked on their health, right? So CultFit took up an opportunity to yeah, conquer more customers by providing their services for free. You got to just download the app, and you can also cast it on your TV, or you can just look into your mobile phone, follow the instructions, and you can burn the calories or cut down the carbs, right? This was the ideology behind, which was really loved by many people. Now, however, they are reviving their operations and started having more footfall into their centers, right? And we have several other payment modes like Paytm, for that matter, Google Pay, for that matter, or Bharat Pay, again, a mobile payment facilitator, which could really great, could really make out most of the situation, I must say. Right. So now I just have a small activity before we go ahead and discuss on what is that the other things that people could do. I would just give you 5 minutes to think about what are the services that you could think could be a startup during COVID-19, right? All of you would just, think for about 5 minutes and get back and let me know and discuss. You please take it as an opportunity to disclose or to discuss with us on what is that one such thing you thought could be a click during the COVID-19, which did not happen. You think that could have been a great idea. Your time starts now. We will have this activity to be done for about 5 minutes. Exactly by 6:28, I'll get back again and check with you what is that idea you think. Okay, think about it, jot it down, and you can discuss with me. Yes, I think you have done your own, thinking. And can one of you tell me your idea that you thought could work out well, would have worked out well, or can be also implemented now in this pandemic? One of you, may I request you to share your idea, please? Okay, should I pick up the name? May I request Madhav to share your idea? You have any?
Hi, this is Madhav here.
Yes.
Uh, the thing is, we just wanted to start because myself I'm into electrical domain, and
Okay.
I'm working in Qatar now. So back home, the
Great.
things we have so much of a startup ecosystem. What
Okay.
I'm thinking is that what should be the best approach when we are like jumping into a startup.
Approach in the sense what exactly you meant. Approach, is it about
I have
introducing
to
your
do a
product?
thorough report of the project, uh,
Yes.
and my
Uh,
question is regarding if we have to get some funding support, what should be the approach with our project?
Without project you could not get, because you got to convince your people who are willing to fund in your startup, right? So always you got to have a business plan, right? So you will have angel investors who will be or venture capitalists for that matter, right? Who would want to
Yes.
maximize their funds, right? So I mean, can you believe it? It is startups are more these days. The venture capitalists give 5 minutes to present their business plan instead
Only
of
five
their.
minutes.
Yes. So I have my student who have recently done that. He already has a business in on textiles. He does a retailing, right? So he has close to three shops, two in Bangalore, one back in Kerala, right? Yeah, that's what he was just sharing with me that in the recent time that he got an opportunity to meet one of the venture capitalists, and the time allotted for them was 5 minutes to present their idea. Yes, Madhav. So you got to really work upon your idea, because if not you, there's always a next person standing next to you who want to grab the opportunity, right? That's what I meant in the last session also. I hope you were there in the last session. Extensive research is a must.
Yes.
Yes,
True.
extensive
True.
research is a
Agree.
must. You got to first figure out what is there already. And India being a highly populated country, and I love to share this foods on caravans, food on wheels. Have you heard this concept? Fast food
Yes.
is
I
one
have heard.
more. Yeah, fast food is another growing chain of business in India these days. See a lot of scope, because especially in the metropolitan cities, not back in villages again, where people don't have time. So now I want to share this example with you why the fast food is really doing well in India, especially in the metropolitan city, because both husband and wife are working. They don't have time to cook. It's a fast life here, right? So you have a
Correct.
chain of
Correct.
food outlets in India, starting from fine dining to the footpath food carts that you could see. They are really making up. If you want to see the success story, you can see the food carts on the footpaths making 1.5 lakh per month also,
True.
right? Yes, in Bangalore. So likewise, it's about the idea. What is that? If you see the demographics of or the interest of metropolitan city, these people are high educated and they want hygiene all around, and a reasonable price with the tasty food can really click in the market. So, right? So, likewise,
Correct.
what is that you got to deliver? Again, when you say electronics, if you take an example of launching electronic products in India, we see the durability and purchase pattern of the customers, right? How
Right.
repeatedly do they go for? Because these are all one one time investment. So when you have to understand the preferences or you want to come up with a startup, first you have to understand the targeted customers. As I mentioned earlier, their cultural background, the complete, we call this as, uh, oh my God, we call this as profile. Yes, we call this as, the sample profile, the profiles of the uh, sample, or the people whom you want to collect the data from. What are the characteristics of them? So it's always, first step towards starting a startup is to have a great idea first. First in place, you have to do the first step itself right. It's not that do starting and doing the rest of the steps right. Your idea only
Yes.
first in place should be realistic, right? So how do I know my idea is realistic? Again, I said the entire concepts that we are learning right now, I'm just giving you very, very, very minimal, the basics
Yes.
of what it is. So if you have to go intensely, it takes a lot of time, right? So it can be a week's, say a week's workshop that we can think about, and in detail, where you can explore how do you do a research itself, right? So how can you do a research itself? What are the sources? How do you understand on the, this is what it is? We can also go for idea generation, we can go for idea screening, so on and so forth. The chain is big. Again, you might ask me, if I do all these things, will I be successful again? Right? So as I mentioned earlier, before you start a startup, most of the entrepreneurs have experienced that, it is not that their first startup itself was a greater hit, right? There was a lot of
Correct.
failures behind a successful startup. Yes, Madhav,
Yes.
you
Yes.
have an idea that you wanted to share. I just asked, you thought that could have worked better, uh, or can work during this COVID-19 pandemic.
Well, actually, I was so preoccupied with the jobs and the project. So I thought like to start up with this post
Yes,
COVID. No, to start the business back home, it is just an idea, but it's at embryonic stage. But I still don't have the headway. I have to do a lot of homework. So I
yes.
could have made definitely comment, but as of now, it's an embryonic stage. So I
Okay.
am not so sure for that. Thank you.
Okay, all the very best. I hope you could get a shape for your idea and go ahead and implement. And we are always there to support you. In case if you really require any support, I think we have exclusive workshops designed for the same. Right. Okay. And
Sure. Thank
anyone
you so much.
else? Yeah. Thanks so much for just participating. Thank you so much. Do we have anyone else who would want to just share your idea on what could have worked or what can be worked right now? Yes, any of you? Okay, okay, fine, fair enough. I think yes. Do we have any? Sorry. Okay, fair enough. Okay, we do have another 4 minutes to go. So let me go ahead with the next slide that I have to just tell you on what is that you got to really think upon on the post pandemic situation, right? Okay, things to consider post COVID 19 or this pandemic. As an entrepreneur, what is that you got to really think upon? You got to think like human and machine. An entrepreneur thinks human and machine, not human versus machine. It should not be a choice between either people or only machine, right? It should be a blend of both. So we call it a socio-technical environment. What should be the ratio of people and the technology? So you got to think this. It is not that you could completely replace the technology with human beings, not really possible. Yes, we do see a lot of intervention of AI, that is artificial intelligence, which is making many of the processes or operations of the organization quite very easy. We should always also have the right blend of the human resources and the technology. I say the entrepreneur has to have a characteristic to understand the man and machine ratio and what are the options available, uh, using options available to use both, not choosing either of this, human or machine, right? An entrepreneur is intuitive yet a good decision maker. Should be intuitive also to be a good decision maker, right? You got to make use of the situations to the most. You got to be robust, quick enough to take the decisions and explore the possible opportunities that's there in front of you, right? So yes, you are intuitive. That's a great sign or a great characteristic of an entrepreneur. But at the same time, when you're intuitive, you also got to quickly pull up your socks and see what is that best thing that you could turn out of this particular situation and go for it. To do this, you got to be a smart decision maker, right? So you got to be a smart decision maker. You got to have an art. You got to have the art of making the decision, and every entrepreneur has their own style of decision making. So some people make the decision based on the data, some people make the decision based on the reasons, some people just like that intuitive gut feeling, based on their gut feeling, they take up the decision. So, but whatever it is, based upon the situations, whatever it is, post COVID also, we are expecting the market to slowly pick up. We see a greater, uh, you know, greater improvement in the market, where I see a lot of job opportunities. I see a lot of businesses happening around, because uh, the kind of fear we had earlier, or the panic that we had earlier, is not the same. At least in India, the situations are far better than it used to be earlier. But the sectors, few sectors are badly hit, especially the hotel industry. However, it is slowly picking it up. So you should always have a greater. So to give an example, Club Mahindra Resorts had come up with a greater initiative of waiving off their, the prices to a lesser amounts, and making it available for the people who belong to upper middle class, who could not afford during the usual days or the normal days, because it's quite very expensive. So what is the strategy of these resorts, or the high-end hotel chains that we have, or the good star hotels that we have in India? So what do? They offer it for a lesser price, ask the people to come and stay in their resort for a couple of days for 6,000 or 5,000. But due to COVID-19, they give an example of not having the housekeeping facilities for 2 days, right? So they say a stay of one night, and they don't give you this, because of which they are able to cut down a lot of cost, because they don't need to replace the toiletries, they don't need to have more people to clean your room, keep it neat, no need to replace the bed sheets, or the laundry could be saved to a greater extent, right? This is how they are strategizing themselves and making the most of it. Many people are hesitant right now to use the facilities services, especially the hotels. So they've made, because of this pandemic, not to lose out the customers, they have come up something differently, because of which they could also generate a lot of money, which have been a dream for many of the middle class person, to be in Taj or Club Mahindra or exclusive resorts, something like this, or a hotels like this, could happen because of this particular move that they had, right? So you got to quickly decide upon, as I said, it's not that you delay or stretch things more further, and I don't know, you should not be waiting for something. You got to take quickly decisions and act upon immediately. An entrepreneur should also have a commercial acumen. So what is this commercial acumen? I'm trying to understand the ability to weigh the situation in terms of commercial perspective, trying to understand the trends, and having the capability to make, as I said, robust decisions, or take up quick decisions, and understand how could they turn around the financials for themselves in terms of sales. As I said, the resorts, they are thinking differently. They are keeping their trying to keep up their operational costs really low, and trying to increase their footfalls. Instead of keeping it empty, they are trying to have more customers. So likewise, you got to understand everything in try and understand around you and the operations sorry, of your organizations in commercially. So post COVID also, you got to be having that ability to understand the situations. And many of cases it might be vague, and you may not, you may say it is right now unseen. You can't really make out how things could be, but once things are normalized, you should be able to also think about long term. I would want to mention something here. So most of the organizations, they go for their business model yearly these days, because they feel they don't they develop the business model not long term, rather they want to be more agile, they want to be more flexible, rather to accommodate the changes required into the organization. So they usually plan for 1 year right now. So this is something which is trending right now. Most of the or the entrepreneurs, they look for a 1 year business model rather than having a long term for 3 to 4 years, or more than 2 years or so, right? So this is something which is definitely a great move by an entrepreneur to understand, okay, this might be the possible changes, and this would be the possible expectations, possible sales, and this could be something that I can earn from it and go accordingly. The last point that I would want to share is to understand as an entrepreneur the need for value creation to your customers. What is that you want to deliver? What is that you want your customers to understand, and how could it benefit your customers post COVID? You have to have a greater understanding on this, right? So these are something the takeaways for this session on what are the things that you got to consider if you want to really make your startup successful post COVID-19. So do we have any questions? I'm done with the session.